Okay, after the full moon, we are here. We are back on a Monday. This is Monday, the 6th of February 2023, and we're going to be reading the dragon cards. One thing that I have noticed that happens when we read into the dragon's card, one, that they come through as well. They want to touch your soul and touch into your energy. And sometimes that can stir things up a little bit. Sometimes that can change your energy, do different things, and sometimes you get really highs and a lot of lows, and this is your soul growing into you, and you have growing pains. Growing pains. These are ascension symptoms, and sometimes it's ears ringing, feeling tired, getting they call it ascension flu. So when we're laid up in bed for days at a time, this is your soul coming through, and she's throwing out. She's doing a good clean up of your body. She's throwing out lower vibrations and lower frequencies so that she has more room to expand and grow within your cells and grow in between your cells. And you become a new human. You become and look at things in a different way. You act in a different way. Your body changes as well as your mind changes as well. We have 4 cards to read today. We have the golden, sunshine, bright, luminous dragon, which is called Utopia. Now, she is at the end of the rainbow. She's like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, where you've lifted off the world in all its humdrum and all its 3D state and all its working hard. And you are flying with Utopia, and you never really land on Earth ever the same again. So we're going to start with Utopia today, and I'm going to ask Utopia which card she wants me to read on your behalf today. So if anybody has chosen Utopia today, welcome. And Utopia is wanting me to remind you that the doors are open for the Dragon Portal. The Dragon Portal up until the 23rd of February is $99. It is for a lifetime. Once you enter, you're one of the founding members. It's for a lifetime of being in this particular portal, where the dragons mentor you, where whatever's going on for you, whatever growing pains you're going through, whatever relationships are crashing and burning, they help you get to the original vibration of the creation so that we can throw that out. We can get rid of that. We can detox that out of your system. So this is what the Dragon Portal is all about. It's really heightening your awareness so that you can understand what you're feeling and feel safe to feel. It's like wherever you are, it's safe to feel. And the best way I've felt of describing it is, you can stand next to your arch nemesis in a room or at a function or at a family gathering or at a business thing and just kind of go, I don't feel anything. I don't feel affected by it because I've moved through it. I've broken through whatever that was causing me to feel so human about it all. Utopia today wants me to read to you. This is the card number 57. So this card that she wants me to read together with you today, she will also be coming through in this card. And as you listen and as you tune into this card and you're listening to what I'm saying, you're listening to what Utopia told me and what she's saying to you again now. My voice may change. It may go a little bit creaky. I may have all sorts of different experiences. But she's coming through when I read that card to you because her energy is very, I'm going to say useful, but it's not useful. There's a vibration other than useful in there. There's another word for it. Her vibration is very triggering. So that's what it is. So listen to the words, feel what resonates within you. Feel the whole journey of the Dragon Portal is also so that you feel where you're feeling something, so that you know what's coming up from your soul, what's coming up from your subconscious, and what is it that you are ready to let go of. Your soul doesn't want you to carry that around with you anymore. So come on, let's go. Let's get rid of that and move on to the next thing. Come on, life is too short to be dealing with all this crap all the time. So Utopia today is talking to you about being a multi-sensory being. A multi-sensory being is someone who feels very safe no matter where you are. You're phenomenally strong. Nobody's criticism, nobody's judgment, It never rocks you ever again, because you're just like, that's not who I am. This is such a different perception that I've got, and a different feeling that I've got in my body, that you can try as hard as you might. I've got the bigger picture now. I know what it's all about, and I don't need to feel into that particular energy that you are trying to make me wear. I choose not to wear it. Multisensory human. You are always expanding and adding in new experiences, growing and expanding, consciously changing and having new insights. You are not meant to remain the same forever, but like a plant, grow, expand and change. You are here to create new experience, to want more and have more space to grow. This is your soul coming through. She needs more space in your vessel, or what I was told just recently, she expands you. If she hasn't got room to grow in this vessel, she expands you. And this is why so many of us put weight on, because we're not releasing at the same rate that we are growing. I hope that makes sense, because when I got that, I went, oh, wow, of course the soul wants more space, so she expands my physical space to help me understand that she wants more of my space. So stop holding on to it so tightly. Who you are today builds on your core self, but through new eyes, with a freshness and new, elaborate, expansive feelings. You grow to see a new perspective of an old situation and observe the world from a new place. You see with new eyes and hear with new ears. You feel remarkably different inside now. You are on this world, but not of this world. It's a whole different world to experience as one who has seen the light, experienced the colours under the rainbow, and has let go of the ties of the old world and has lifted off. A whole different world is available, from living on the outside of living to living on the inside. Here you are, changing from having sensations brought to you from the outside. These would be your experiences of emotions being brought from the outside to the inside. Your world is alive with feelings that are coming from the inside that go now to the outside. You sense things. You know things. You trust your intuition, and it's a different world to live on the inside and understand with a playful curiosity and enjoy the feelings that come up from the inside. You are fluent in a new language. You are adept at being an observer of those feelings, this intuitive soul-guided language. And now, rather than getting attached to each rising situation or drama and its corresponding feeling, you can notice it and you get that vibration and you just follow it and flow with it and flow it out. So every single feeling is safe and possible. You are experiencing all your feelings as safe and can be translated just like a colour or the notes of a song. These multicoloured feelings float in and out unhindered by you. If you can see a feeling as a colour, as an energy, and you can explore the feeling as a colour of a vibration, there will be a detectable temperature, there'll be a smell, there'll be a taste and a texture of this feeling from inside your body. And you are aware that there is a colour to the energy of the feelings that you have housed and that you are holding onto. You can now allow them to flow so that they can safely come and go from your body. This is when you can see an old situation with new eyes, and it can leave just as easily as breath comes in and out. You don't take a breath in and hold it forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. It flows in and it flows out, and each breath you can feel something new, and you can let go of something old and something different every single time. The feeling is like breathing. It's as easy as changing the colours. Maybe you have held on to some old feelings that are ready now to leave. Maybe you have named them, maybe you have not. Maybe they have emotions attached to them, a story, and you've made them yours, and you feel the pain and the vibration of those emotions and those stories within your body. Of course, the more you worry about them, the more you feel them, and the more you will tell the story again and again and again and again. Then they become a dense vibration, and they create form in the form of an illness or a sickness or intense pain within your physical body. Let your feelings be as multicoloured as a rainbow, and safely let them flow out of you on every single breath. Thank you, Utopia. Very, very, very wise words. And most certainly everything that we are dealing with within the Dragon Portal, where you are letting go of wounds and hurts and worry and grief and guilt and shame and sadness and fear. All these feelings, all these vibrations held within your body are not allowing your soul to come all the way through. And this is why we get physical form on our body. And this is why we sort of gain space as well. Because our soul needs room to grow, and we're asking our soul to grow, but we need it to grow, but get rid of what's in this house already. You don't move into a house and then move into someone else's wardrobe and somebody else's kitchen cupboards. They're all empty, aren't they? So when we're moving into this new human, into this new version of ourselves, we need to empty our closets, we need to empty the cupboards, and we need to flush all that down the drain. Give it a good old detox. So thank you very much, Utopia, and thank you again for the invitation into the Dragon Portal, where many, many women from all around the world, leaders and just complete legends, you know, we're all going through growing pains as we rise up and go through all these different stages ourselves personally, with our stories needing to be let go of, and so many different physical ailments coming up to prompt us to let go of more and more stuff. The second dragon today is Luna Ray. Luna Ray is a pearlescent dragon. My God, she is gorgeous. She has no wings. She is more like a serpent, and she has like snake skin. And when you touch her, she's just like one great big warm, strong muscle. So silky smooth with these white pearlescent scales on her body. She's very sweet. Her whole purpose is to help you expand into being able to feel. And the best way that she does this for you is for you to understand what the nice feelings feel like, what love really feels like, what joy really feels like, what enlightenment and bliss really feel like, because we need to feel safe. There's a tiny little bird outside my window. I'm just so enjoying watching it. A wren. So this is what Luna Ray is all about. She wants you to feel. So when you're in the Dragon Portal, one of the lessons, well, all the lessons actually help you to meet a dragon. So when you're in the dragon, when you're in the dragon's energy, so like for example, I was doing Seraphina just recently, so letting you meet Seraphina so that you can actually get the essence of her and you can actually feel what she feels like. So you're educating your body and educating your mind through what you've been taught. You're forgetting everything that you've been taught, and you're letting yourself be open to the feeling of what a dragon feels like. What does she feel like? Oh my word. All right. I'm making a note of the time so I can actually put them in the little notes as well, in case you pick Luna Ray and you want to go straight to Luna Ray, which would be a shame, but it's all good. So Luna Ray today, what number would you like me to read today? Okay, I totally agree, because that really follows on so nicely from Utopia. So this is now card number 28 with Lunar Ray. And just an update to do with the printing of the cards. I've resized them all. I've sent them off to the printers and I'm waiting to hear back from the printer. So let's all keep our fingers crossed that these cards come back. And I just can't wait to hold them and deal them and have them in my life and have them in my bag every single day. The dragons, their energy is so amazing, and each deck is infused with the energy of the dragons. By the way, when you are listening, you are being infused with the energy of that dragon as well. And it will come through my voice, through my vibration, and it will just come into wherever you are when you're listening to it, even if you're listening in the train. So, number 28 from Lunar Ray today. Lunar Ray, the beautiful serpent, pearlescent dragon. Explore the feeling of enlightened and the consequences of lifting off the burdens of being a human. Isn't that nice? You are imagining what it will feel like to be enlightened. To feel so strong and sure of yourself that no one's bad behaviour is influencing or affecting you. Your stories and old memories are no longer causing you stress, and the dramas have vanished in your life. You are in flow and everything is working out so well for you. You are wondering what it would truly feel like to feel that this would be beneficial feeling and would be more than nice for you to understand. To truly experience the feeling, we ask you to drop the narrative of your over-analytical mind. Being enlightened is the feeling that you are really very well connected with your soul. You are very aware of your body, how your body sends messages to you in your own language. You know your yes and your no, and what's right and wrong. You feel in flow with the guidance from your soul. You ask for assistance and receive answers for direction in any situation. There is a feeling of lightness with this connection, hence the word enlightened. You know, like the Indians always kind of correcting their posture and they're wiggling their head, like the nodding dog on the back of the car. It's like that. You're always just adjusting and letting go, and it just feels so light to be tethered between the heavens and the earth. Now, as you bond with your soul, you see through the eyes of the soul and into your world. You understand everything you see from the soul's perspective, not just from your personality's survival perspective. You remain curious, open, and inquisitive to all signs. You notice what you notice, and that's enough. If there is worry and doubt, or if there is fear, or if there is exuberance or something else you feel, you will understand why you're experiencing that and what the message is and what the understanding is. That you often call a lesson. You can often call this a lesson to be learnt around the experience of the situation. So what message is coming through this particular experience that you're having? This growing pain, this financial burden, this issue with your child, this issue with your parent or someone at work. What is the learning experience within all of this? How is this being created, and how can we clear this? We love the feeling of enlightenment coming from you, as that means that you are considering us. You are considering your soul that uses your body to commune with you. Through your vehicle of your body, which acts as a barometer of the intuition for you, when you are tapped in, tuned in, connected and aligned, you will see everything that happens around you is coming either from your own thoughts and feelings or directly as an inspired idea with an action to re-navigate your course. You are being conscious, and that brings you to feeling enlightened. You are letting go of the survival state of mind, of being human, just human, with your own personal agenda. You're becoming less and less affected by all human traits and all the mundane obligations of being human in a day-to-day life. But you have awoken your awareness of situations that you can declare openly and laugh with. That is such a human feeling. I can see now, I can see that I'm letting go and that I'm evolving and I'm growing, because I see that that is my human's way of looking at things. If we, the Dragon Collective, through your soul, tune into being enlightened as a human soul, it is to give you an experience of this vibration, of how it can appear and be recognized from inside your body. Please know that there aren't enough words to explain the feeling exactly. As with all feelings, it's an energy and so untouchable, untangible. We use words to explain a feeling which is inadequate. But for example, enlightened would feel taller, lighter, stretched, expanded, clear, beyond, focused, transparent, brilliant, illuminated, light, connected, understanding, knowing. Your state changes again and again, and you will notice that you sit up straight, feel elongated, reach the heavens and feel closer to the flow of intuition and inspired ideas. You are an observer and unattached to the personal outcome, but certain everything will work out well, because it is always going to be that way. Even I am sitting up so straight. I'm on my centre line, reading that one through. Lulu Ray, thank you so much about letting us feel into what enlightened feels like, which is the whole path of the soul, and where at the end of the rainbow you meet utopia, because you're just like, I trust. I'm gonna go through from under the tunnel. I'm just going to go through and step into the sunlight. It's like moving over to the sunny side of the street. You know, if you're cold and you've been walking along in the shade of the buildings and all that kind of stuff, and then you step into the sunlight, it's like, oh, God, that's so nice. That is what utopia feels like. All right, so we're going to start now with ceremony at 22 minutes. And so I'm going to read ceremony today, and we really are talking about this whole journey of stepping into the dragon portal and what all of that means, to be working towards letting your soul all the way through, going through the growing pains, finding out that you've just been taking life too seriously. Tell me about it. So what number? By the way, Ceremony is a beautiful rainbow coloured dragon. She really is all the different shades of the rainbow. She wants you to take all the different shades of the rainbow, go through everything, feel the worry, feel the pain, feel the joy, feel the enlightenment, and just allow those feelings to be accessible by you, and you not to have any, oh, that's a bad feeling, oh, that's a good feeling. They're just all the same. They're just energy. So you're just sensing energy somewhere on the scale, and you're able to detect what it is, but then also where it's coming from. You're able to understand where it's coming from. So you're very wise indeed. Ceremony. Carla, what number would you like us to read today? Number 49. Again, when I'm reading each of the dragons is present. These are their words. I haven't edited them much other than grammatically, because they came through as vibrations for me. So when I'm reading the card, it will be touching your soul. It will be reaching you. So allow it to reach in and stir up your soul a little bit. Yeah, nothing else there. There was, but it went. So, this is from Ceremony. To flow is to cope well with lower vibrations. When you entered your spiritual path, it was easier for a while to see things and learn things these ways using the rigid step-by-step planning ways that have been very familiar with us as a tool to take in new information. So a human, when it goes into this spiritual journey, it still often needs things to be in a step-by-step linear way, because it's easier for you to start taking information in that way. Books teaching you to judge and compare new ways with the old ways as old measures and reference guides to help you understand the vibrations and frequencies from the world of created form through thoughts, energy and action. Your energy was still and stagnant. Meditating, being still, does not allow you to cast off lower vibrations and cope with the duality on this earth. Flow operates as far away from these rigid rules as you can possibly imagine. Flow will have you playing like children, frivolous, thoughtless, worryless. You and your environment of the population you come in touch with has got to a state where it is so serious, where there is sole objectives and has been making money around survival and claiming power and somewhere to live, and oh my word, is so stale. This may have you playing at being serious and getting all confused as to which is the right way to do things. When you are connecting with lower vibrations being in your work, in rest or play, in your family, down the street, or on social media, those are the population who are holding on to stories and environments. You will feel their energy state and you will become allergic to it, and then recognize it, and finally know that it's not yours to deal with. As a sensitive empathic, you can feel it and can now choose consciously, clean and clear, how to get that from your aura, how to take it from your environment, how to clear your own energy. Those who are stuck in the story and who experience life struggle states like war, abuse, hate and anger, and who continue to repeat their story, feel this experience again and again and again, and at each retelling of the story, and seek a place to play their story through again and again, in the hope that they find their answer and the doorway where they can finally release it. Your job, and what you need to take care of, is you. To cope and be unaffected, uninfluenced and so resilient to these lower negative vibrations that are everywhere, and you need to clean that out from your energy. The energy of your safe place is inside your bubble. The best way for you to clean your energy is with laughter and joy and being frivolous and playful, with movement that will shake it up and shake it off, with exhilarating sport, ecstatic dance, bouncing on a trampoline and being outside in nature where the lower vibration energy can be absorbed and diluted and cleaned up from your energy by the trees, the river and the earth, which is what it's all there for. You need to attend to your energy and clean your field out and be who you are again. Your power returns when you are unaffected by those that dwell in the lower vibrations. You can talk and walk amongst them. You can coach and heal, but remain unaffected. To stay in that higher frequency and stay inside your filter, inside your aura, where you have dedicated exactly what you will let in and what you will keep out, you can see it and not take part in that energy. If you fall behind in caring for your energetic flow state, then symptoms and consequences will remind you as you succumb to the dwelling yourself in these other energy states. Go gently and attend to your energy first today. Oh, wow. That is so what the Dragon Portal is all about. So, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, to be attentive to the energy that we swim in, to be clear and decluttered and unaffected by the lower vibrations. What a beautiful message. Ceremony, thank you so much for that. We're moving now on to Sovereign, and I've made a note of the time as well. Sovereign, oh my goodness, Sovereign is just a plush purple velvet winged dragon. She represents you being in your soul energy, being in your sovereignty, being in your best state ever, looking through the eyes of your soul, unaffected by everyone else, being in love with your life, your soul work, your purpose, why you're here, the people around you. What else does she want to say? You're not aloof, you're really very social, but you are really in your own energy. You are totally absorbed in your own energy, and it's a very attractive energy. So let's see what Sovereign has to say to us today about being in this particular energy, unaffected, uninfluenced by anyone else. Oh, the feeling of being in this energy, and I wonder if you can sense it. And again, this is what the Dragon Portal is all about, for you to be able to sense and feel who's in this energy, when you're in this energy and when you're not. Because if you can walk through your day in this energy, it is so powerful. It's very regal, let's just put it that way, because you are walking through life and you are untouchable. Gorgeous. Okay, so Sovereign, again, I've explained what Sovereign's like, and to be able to know her, she turns up in the Dragon Portal quite regularly, because she's the very core of everything. She really is the very core of you getting to know yourself as a soul and this whole soul journey that you're on. So which card would you like me to read today to do with this particular message that we're delivering today? Perfect. Ooh, quite a long one. So we were talking a minute ago with Ceremony about keeping in your own best state, and this is, each card flows on to the next one, and this is what this one is about as well from Sovereign. It's filter out, keep clean your highest vibration energy, and be in your soul state. Reset frequently. So it's time to actively attend to your energy, your filter. Just as you wash your hair regularly, your energy requires a thorough clean and reset frequently. Your personal filter surrounds you and acts as an energetic boundary, and can and does get clogged. It can eventually break down from the steady stream of being bombarded, and even penetrated by less desirable energy from people, places, and your environment. Outside influence have been penetrating your filter and getting to your core, affecting your intuition, your mental clarity, your physical health, and wearing you down. It's time to cleanse, so that you can effectively filter out and adjust your settings and decide what comes in and what you send out. You are a receiver and transmitter and a living energy being that has a filter that acts in your best interests. Imagine that you can see yourself within a thin membrane that goes around your body and even encompasses your aura. This is a good and safe way to project out all your positive thoughts, your curiosity about the world, and radiate safely who you really are. This thin membrane is like a living jelly and feels, when it is adjusted, for you to be impenetrable and protective. within this filter membrane, imagine it as at arm's length all the way around you. You are in your best energy and you are in your alpha, in your sovereign. You feel strong and powerful and you have certainty. The filter can be in any colour that you want and imagine it to be. You can really feel into the vision of this filter. Imagine that you are safe inside your soul's energy, inside your bubble, supported with clear thinking, observant like a ninja, sensitive and able to pick up the slightest movement, acutely aware to your surroundings, yet phenomenally strong. I often describe this feeling when you're so acutely aware of what's going on the inside of you. You are like a ninja, like a samurai. And I've played badminton in this state, I've played table tennis in this state, and it's when you make a movement and you naturally hit the ball in exactly the right speed, angle and everything and get it over. And Alex would say to me, you could warn me, am I playing with Fiona today or am I playing with Roma today? And I'm like, clearly you're playing with a ninja today because, like I keep winning. And he's an expert player at any of these sports. But that's when your attention and you're attuned and you're 100% alive to everything that's going on around you and you're responding so naturally. It's an absolutely brilliant state to be in. When you're fully charged and have this membrane around you, you can walk through your day and feel the love that your soul has for you. You feel gifted and abundant and feel so strong. And the criticisms and judgments of others just get caught on this membrane, and these all require being washed off to live another day protected within your energetic boundary. If you imagine your filter, your bubble that's around you, and every now and again it just gets clogged, more and more and more clogged by negative thinkers or worries or criticisms or whatever's going on. Any of your fears that are coming out as well will get clogged on this, and eventually it breaks down, that filter. That's why you need to recharge it and strengthen it up every now and again. So you need to attend to this filter and clear your filter frequently, especially when you are around others who trigger you, bring you down and disconnect from your soul. Quality time in nature is the best and easiest way, as nature naturally absorbs the dense grime and sludge like energy that builds up and gets stuck on this membrane filter around you. You'll know if you've not been dealing with this because you'll feel exhausted, you'll feel tired, you'll feel grumpy, you'll feel more of what other people are feeling negatively, and you won't be able to stay in your own energy state. I was told really quite harshly that I needed to do this, and this is definitely something that needs to be done on a regular basis. And no other clients or new opportunities or friends can come through when you haven't been attending to your energy, because you've got more than enough that you're carrying around. You've got more than enough to deal with. You can become very isolated when you haven't been cleaning your energy, because your soul will protect you by not letting you meet new people or anyone else, because you've got more than enough to deal with, especially if you're in a business of helping other people get rid of their crap, say like me, with to do with detoxing and things like that. So you definitely have to take care of your energy in very special and specific ways, and that's what the Draconic Portal is all about as well. You can take time to put your bare feet on the earth, to swim in fresh water streams or in the sea, open your channels to meditation when you're in nature, choose to detox your body and mind and listen to what the home of your soul desires the most. Take pleasure in wearing crystals, bathe and infused in moonlight that assist your filter membrane. You will come to know when you are in need of an energy bath or a shower, when you feel low, confused, and you can't settle or focus or can't sleep even. You will come more and more attentive to how you feel and allergic to the lower states that have clogged your sensitive filter. Perfect, absolutely perfect. Those are the 4 dragons that we have today, And anything that was read here coming through from the energy of the dragons is a very potent message for you. So I hope you're listening, and let me know what came through and what changed for you over the last week. This is what's coming up from your soul, from your subconscious, as to what needs to be worked on and what needs to be let go of. Because, like I said before, your soul's coming through more and more and more. She's wanting to wake up. She's being ignited. She's being ignited every single time she listens to these dragon cards. And there will be things that you need to eliminate, exercise, and get out of your frequency so that your soul can come through more and more and more. And the dragon portal is there to help you understand these growing pains and what's going on with the body and what's going on in the mind when certain things come up and they won't go away. I certainly had this with I think it was about 2 years ago now. My hips were just, I felt like I was 100 years old. I wasn't able to hardly move. So, and it was the beginning of COVID actually, and everybody was off school. The 4 boys were off school, and Alex was at home. And I was like, I'm a little bit jealous really that they get to be at home, and I'm still, writing, and I'm still doing my thing, and I'm still helping people detox and everything else. When do I get to retreat? When do I get to have a holiday? So I kind of sat there in the afternoon feeling a little bit miffed, and my hips were aching so much. And I was like, God, what is this all about? When do I get to have a holiday? And I went, you know what? Tomorrow, that's it. I'm going to do nothing. I'm going to have a holiday. And I sat there that afternoon in my office, probably on this settee, just thinking, what's this all about? What is it that you want from me? What is it that... And I just got the message, write your book, write your book, write your book. And I just go, I can't just sit here all the time. But then again, if I go for a walk, my hips ache, I can hardly move. And I sat here and the next day and the next day, and I just flushed it all out. I wrote out what the chapters were all about. I wrote out everything that was, meaningful, what all these growing pains were that I'd been going through in this practical magic, these stories that I had. And I went for a walk that evening, probably about 6 o'clock. We were only allowed to go 1 kilometre around the block, around the house, up into the fields. So I took all the boys and we went for a walk. And normally I was like feeling like 100 years old, could hardly walk. And I was like, 90% of my hip pain had gone because I'd listened, because I'd got the message. Because the message had always been like, stop faffing around and write your book. So messages for me come through in physical symptoms. These are growing pains, and these are definitely what your soul is wanting you to move on with. She doesn't send you a text, so it's not like, poof, here's your magic message. The only way she can talk to you is through her soul language, which is using your body as a barometer. And she'll be sending you messages so many different ways. So I listen to your soul messages as a body whisperer, and now as a dragon channeler, and help you understand and decipher what some of those messages are and what you're being asked to deal with, now instead. So let me know how you get on with these readings this week, what's been going on, what you're letting go of, and have a look at the dragon portal. Up until the 23rd of February, it's a lifetime membership into being able to be mentored by the dragons, so that you learn how to clean your energy, you get to learn how to be in your own bubble, you're tethered between heaven and earth, and you're able to go through the growing pains or these ascension symptoms and understand what's going on in your life. We're always growing, we're always changing, we're always evolving. That's what Utopia was saying earlier on, her card number 57 at the beginning. So we're always going to be going through something, and it's not nice to be going through it on your own. So let's go through it all together. Have a wonderful week, and if you have any questions or if you want a reading about anything that you're going through right now, please let me know.